I thought I'd make a video, even though I have no idea what I'm going to make it about. You can always talk about the astrology. It's kind of our cosmic calendar, more like news. Like what can we work with through the cosmos that will give us our everything, really. It's like this communications field. How about that? Thanks for listening. I'm in process of healing. Yeah, lots of healing that I'm capable of, especially when I'm left alone. And that's a trait of the Aries, but it's the trait of the human organism. It's nervous system, let's just say. It's as good as saying, when I stop racking my nerves, I seem to feel better. And empaths are like, you know what? It takes like 4 days for you to heal from having exposed yourself to some uh, bad juju, call it bad juju. And when you think about it, when I think about it, when I really tap into what's going on the planet, it's just caked full of people with bad juju. There's level to this stuff, and I don't really want to talk about it. I know that a lot of this might sound like I'm judgmental or I'm saying I'm better than others or anything like that. No, there's levels to this from one day to the next, from 1 minute to the next. If you've been going through any kind of awakening, how that you can feel, you feel on top of the world one moment and then the next, you could feel like you're in hell. But you know what? And see what you don't do is take that, like you don't like take it personally. Narcissists, they're like, basically it's like a feeling. Oh, like some people, I don't know if it's narcissist. I can't say that it's that. What the fuck is a narcissist? Talking about, see, I notice some men do not do emotions very well. They don't like feelings. And they could be calloused. Comment section down below if you know what I mean. It's, you know, and it's weird because, well, it's not weird, but, well, it is weird when people don't know a common human ethic of that you don't have to expose yourself or put up with people that make you feel bad after a while. You really don't. Uh, well, what's making you feel bad is probably a wide range of things. They have bad juju, period. They don't have good karma. And it has nothing to do with you at all. And so now, as for the people that get entangled so much with these kinds of people that they get trapped with them somehow, that's a very real thing that's happening. And this is where, okay, so I know I can see it around me and then I can feel it coming on. I'm like, no, I can't do that. Can you people learn how to be each other's friends? Boy, this is deja vu. But really, we need to repeat it like the Channel 4 news. What is a good friend? What is that really? How do you know that you even have one? See, everybody knows, and you can call them narcissist, whoever, whatever it is. People that are just royally disconnected in a lot of ways. It's like there is not a single fiber of like common human ethic. And when I say like common human ethic, I'm probably talking about like installed into their software, into their DNA, and it's not just their bodies. No way. No way. We're talking about intergalactic, like wherever you go, this is the way we treat each other, or you're not even human. Not even begun to become. And so there's a lot of that going on the planet. I don't know where you're from and like what, and believe me, I'm not talking about that. Well, look how many different characters are in the movie, and I can hardly handle that they like certain shapes and sizes of things and tastes and different things. No, that's what makes it interesting. I'm talking about people that kind of break boundaries that everything can feel. Uh, yeah. If you were to expose yourself to a larger number of witnesses, and particularly people that care for you, or that you care for these people, you care to not be disowned by these people because all of a sudden you're changing your vibration due to the bad juju people. Yeah. I'm in constant fucking battle here. You wouldn't believe like what's trying to make me trying to get me dirty. And I'm not saying that I'm not free of my dirt, but it's like, excuse me, but my dirt is actually good dirt. I don't know, right? Meaning that, oh no, babes, I am being projected upon. And it's like, well, actually, I've managed to stay out of that kind of thing that is happening between people, where that they can get into such bondage where they're about to see. The phenomena can be, and I might have talked about some of these phenomena. It's only 6 minutes here. The phenomena is, and you can look this up, there's a transference, and also they're stealing your energy. They want what you have, right? Literally, it could be that, oh, you own property that's not in debt very much. They want your life. They want, not only that, do you get the feeling? See, the only thing that protects you from the fact that you're probably surrounded by people that do not have your best interests, and not even, don't take it personally. They can't have a fucking best interest for a spider plant if their life depended on it. It would not live around them. That's where you can tell the difference between these two types that are here. And haven't I been making a perfect amount of sense of all of this shit? I sure have. Why do you call it a typewriter, Hans? First of all, I wish you knew what I knew, and some obscure people that can teach me and you some facets to this, but you got to start rubbing your eyes and looking into it. Think with me a little bit. No, just look into it. Haven't you seen it? Maybe you're not exposing yourself to the right kind of information all over the internet. I don't know. Watch out. But really, it goes by algorithmic playing anymore, and um, what you want to do is keep them so confused with how unpredictable you are. And hey, thanks for posting that thing, Patsy, about that dude who was talking about what's going on a very intricate level. An empath can really tell you this, what's really going on with these computers, down to the quantum computerization that has gone on with it, and how it is interacting with our bodies. You know, you have to be somewhat perfectly human, which is to say, you have to be somewhat telepathic, audio clairvoyant, intuitive as fuck, loving, caring, nurturing, feeling, in order to defeat the negative side of it all, really, of it all. And these computers are no different. See, there's only so much time here. And I know that what I found is very real. And here's how I know. Well, I'm being attacked like solid. Solid. Here's how. See what I found is like a cure. If you really want to know, it's right in front of your face. Oh God, I'm sorry that I can't. This is so difficult that I can't like just lay it down on the line. But if any of you heard of what I've been trying to tell you about the English alphabet, the language that is derived from it, I'm just telling you, what am I going to say next? I kind of do this rhythm, the language that was seemingly mandatory to learn amongst the entire global population. Now, this is we're talking about intergalactic interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space. What the hell is outer space? See, I want to get back to talking about, babes, please brush up on your language and participate in this now. I'm going to take the time to do it for the rest of my life here. And if I get more donations, I know I've been talking about this, but I haven't getting any. The bad news is that I'm still having you too, though. It's not your money, and it's not even your idea. You have yet to get your own fucking ideas, I'm pretty sure. But see, this is the thing: is like a lot of people don't want to go through that pain of discovery because you're going to go down the rabbit hole. Everybody knows that. It's like, yeah, I discovered it. Like Tesla, he's like, oh, whoa, I've got to deal with these fucking painfully stupid people. Sorry, dangerously stupid people that are just not on a level of conscious awareness to where, of course, they're not thinking about what Tesla came up with or any other person that would just grab onto a field of information that's already there as science. He just has a wooden version, but over there is the pyramids and whatever, what have we, that, oh, it seems very simple, and it is. It is so simple, but there's something there that chugs. I've already talked about this, and why not just keep talking about it, babes? Something that chugs 24/7 called the world out there that is pure distraction. Pure distraction from what, Shauna? What are you talking about? Oh, how things can be versus how it is. And where I go to when I talk about the English alphabet and the language we use that we don't see. The problem with the language, which is is that we don't know what we're talking about. No, you don't. No, if you mix up the mind with reality and reality with mind, oh, blew that one out away. You see some really good memes, but it's like, me? I know I'm a fucking master. When I read those memes, I was like this. That's all correct except for that right there. You don't mix the words mind and reality together. You don't fuck up saying a word and hitting it in the wrong slot without making any sense at all because you don't know what you're talking about. I'm serious. That's what I've spent. See, I'm going to get more solid into it. I know I've heard of people. People have thanked me over the last, it has been 12 or 13 years that I've been on Facebook. When I was doing really much, much better than the season that we had gone through, all of us together. I am not taking this on personally, babes. Do you think something strange has gone on in the last 5 years? Comment section down below. Is it still happening for you? We get the feeling, who's we, Shauna? Aries. The Aries people that just kind of, we're just kind of ahead of the game. If you have a hint of Virgo in there, then most likely you are so ahead of people with being able to look into the details with your own sensitivity. And just finding, see, babes, these apparatuses, the computer, PC, it's here for a profound reason. It's not for us to just card through shit and all this shit that's happening. No, there's a specific reason. And unfortunately, it won't be realized unless it is seen that we are under full fucking siege. Spiritual warfare, monetary warfare. What do you think? You think your food is being attacked? Is it your food? You're in a fucking institution where you have a mess hall, and nobody knows how to live there. There isn't even a common human code to speak of. That is pretty fucking dangerous, if you ask me. And what keeps that safe? More like as deadly and as dangerous as fuck, money. It's just the way that everything's being used now. Everything. I just can't imagine what people are thinking when they watch my videos, but let me do this right now. Hey, uh-oh. Is there still a bedhead there? I don't know. It's hard to see my own back of my head. But life is such that way, babes, that it's an embroidery, you know. Especially the narcissist, right? Classically, see, you have an embroidery that has a perfect image on the front, but you turn it around and it's like total chaos, you know. But no, I'm here to kind of tell you that no, that's the way life is. Yeah, yeah, and do not see. We're gonna start. We're plunging into a time era that is so unlike any other, and aren't we fucking glad to be kind of clinging to it in the way that it's kind of like a movie. We just sit back and watch it. You know, very much like your Christ story over there. Really, that story is timeless because it's happening now. I would love to tell you the nature of some of the things I know, why I sound so kind of a little bit indifferent to, well, some people, the way that they are doing the sloppy language, but they're trying to tell us something. Well, they're trying to tell us something about the law of attraction or positive thinking, or which doesn't matter. All thoughts are the same, whether they're positive or negative. Impossible to reality. They are useless to reality. You'll have to figure out how to get in your body and start working on it, and maybe your imagination is going to work for you, maybe it doesn't. Yeah, no, I'm very stringent and staunch on teaching about how it's really working here, and the big misunderstanding that the West is going to be. It's a shameful situation out there right now, the way that they handle people becoming enlightened who deserve, because they've actually healed some people. Just their presence alone can heal them. But these kinds of people threaten very just unhealthy people, people that, I don't know, the only way to explain it, babes, is that they are not human beings. They have a demon inside of them. Yeah, and those demons do not like you. Yeah, yeah. It's weird because they're apt to make you feel like that every bit of you is unacceptable. And it's just not the truth. Unacceptable compared to what? Who? See, I'm an 11, and I've been different all my life. See, I didn't grow hair until I was like 4. I don't know why that happened. I played music since the age 4. 5, 6, I was putting together musical structure that was definitely music. People can go, "Oh, it's amazing," and I'm going to get back on that. You know, get into taking my pain away. I've been rendered into some pain, and here's where your pain comes from. Well, first of all, it's the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding, and you have to realize that you have some work to do spiritually. Now, I've never experienced it in my life, but if you're getting next to the people with the bad juju, I say that many times because my friend talked about it, and then I just heard it right here, and I was like, you know what, that's not a fucking coincidence. It's so weird. So anyway, no, I mean, within just a span of 6 months or something, it's like, how does that happen? The key to not being fully controlled by the control system that is attempting it through electromagnetics, which is just the same as, have you ever met people with the bad juju, babe? The bad juju, what is that? Their electromagnetic frequency is troubled. They're not a harmonious place there. It's not safe. They aren't safe people. Um, Most likely no fun, no sense of humor, maybe. They do, I hate to talk about this, but this is the only way that you could just scare them out of their corners and start getting them to vibrate and say, ah, you know, it is just to say how it is. Say, no, this is what's happening out there. Hit like and subscribe if you've seen it. There are, babes, my fucking third eye is open and you cannot hide from me. This is the thing, is like, you don't have to hide from me because I'm certainly not going to interact with these fucking people. I'm convinced pretty much that we are not supposed to glom onto each other the way we do. Unless we're celebrating something. Otherwise, it's like people are trying to find a hiding place inside of people because of what? Bad juju, bad connection to reality. Well, give us your money. I think that, okay, now, I don't like to talk about it, but minute 20 now I'm going to get 6 people to not like my fucking video because I sound biased, but no. I am coming from a very scientific standpoint when I talk about men and their deficit, which is the mind. There is, if you would just think with me a little bit, we only have so much fucking time here. I'm going to be 51 next month. And it feels strange because it's like, okay, so we're either gonna go fucking crazy or we're gonna figure something out and fucking contribute something. Most people just go crazy. Most people they are called crazy anyway. Like for sure, the majority of the people that were doing money, I don't know, the stuck race that's here, a bunch of I don't know, whatever they are. I don't know. There's just a lot going on here, and if you can get away with your idea and actually be successful, good for you. But have you noticed that big black boot in the control system and this rude shit happening? Oh, you haven't? Huh? Well, you see, a lot of people, how do they depict time? Did you not get your third eye open and just all of a sudden fucking figure out that there isn't really any time and it's all happening now? And can't you see the scape that you're in? Would you like me to talk about it? Hit the comment section down below, put an emoji, send money, tell a friend. If I get just a tiny, teeny, tiny fucking breadcrumb, I, as a fucking not a nuclear powerhouse, but just a powerhouse, cosmic powerhouse, babes, I came here to not only, like, because I hate to say it, but I'm on a mission, and there's a philosophy out there, somebody. You have to watch out for these philosophies nowadays. You know, I like Teal Swan and some other people that just get on here and say, no, that's outdated. Because the fact is, no, there's levels to this shit and don't buy that. Yeah, there's a big clubbing going on, right? And club. There, in order to stay in their club, you have to deny the truth like across the board and just, it's like, it's a fucking club. A clique. It's horrible to pick up on that because somebody is being hijacked. That clique, they wink their eyes at each other and then they steal from what, Shauna? What? The essence of another. Yeah, if it's human, of course. Pretty sure that there's mining going on here. What a weird subject matter. Did I know I was going to talk about this? No, I'm a channel here. How about you? Do you have a channel? Do you think that we have channels here? Do you think it's a coincidence that it's called channel? Babes, the way that the English alphabet is set up, it's all predetermined right there. You wouldn't believe it. It talks to us. Babes, I'm talking about what's there already. You don't have to tell a story. You just look into this. The vowels, the reason why I get so pumped up about it is because I know, babes, the way that you know that you've hit the truth and you've really found something is that you feel it in your body. It actually gets rid of pain. God right there is telling you, right on, you've done something correct for me. That's where you get the saying, God is a frequency found within. When you do, see, this is the woman's philosophy. This is her body. To the man, by the way. And this is in case a human civilization was to come up on it. What do you think? Do you think, here, let's change this up. Do you think that that's the goal here, is have a human civilization? Well, it hasn't happened yet. No, if you notice, it's just a big backdrop of this spinning thing that it's just, I get the feeling, especially in the United States here, that, but something is, does not fuck with this mess here. They live over there. And they have spaceships that go 260,000 miles an hour, but they do not. They're kind of like this because it's like, ugh, when is that going to start solving itself? You know? Sorry. I love I love human beings. The non-human being is not lovable. Unfortunately, they're playing a game with love and or God here. It's just the movie you're in, and if you don't like that movie you're in, go to the Jesus Christ movie and imagine, yeah, that person, that's fucking, nobody sacrifices themselves. What happens is that you are bullied and you are chased down and mobbed, and then, did you make it to the courthouse? Oh boy. I need your support now. See, here's the thing about being a channel and being somebody who has meditated so long that you know what? I've been distracted just the last 4 years. That's all. 4 years out of 51 years, I've been distracted. That's it. I've been royally distracted I literally, I think what they say, royally fucked. There you go again. Are we done with the royals over there and mimicking this king and queen society where it's looking like people are trying to do that at the restaurants? For sure, they're like, and they, the way they treat servants is like, you know what, you fucking schizophrenic fucking people. Imagining a life to be, are ya? Money makes you believe that. Makes you lie it. Lying. I only have so much time here, babes. I was pretty much, I've remained the same since day one. I've been kind of standoffish about all of this since the day I took my last breath, first breath. Since the day I took my first breath, I knew I was like, what the fuck? I could just tell that there's a different frequency than the last time I was here. And it's like, wait a minute. I thought it was going to be cool here, but there's something going on. Yeah. And we have to change that narrative. It's not mine. Mine is different than the people who say, oh, you chose this here. You chose it. No, actually, I think I was swindled somehow. What do you think it is, though? Have you solved any problems, Shauna? Yeah. Attachment. The Buddhists already solved it 600 years before Christ was walking here. And what is that? Does Christ walk, or is it just an oil that goes up and walks up your spine? And I hope you're taking care of that puppy. Please take care of it. If you don't do yoga, you will turn into a freaking C shape or an L shape and be that way for 30 years until you die. There's a certain time when you're just you have to be more aware of your energy. It's your energy, and you have to, it's sacred, by the way, and yeah, to keep your nerves firing healthily and everything, of course, you want to do the measures, and it's nearly impossible nowadays, especially in fucking USA. Oh, especially what they have globally going on with whatever's bombarding our it's not only technology that they have now, but technology that is from, thanks for listening to this, by the way. I'm actually kind of going through something pretty fucking heavy duty, but have you been feeling the energies too? This video is being made on the 27th, and I think I'm going to put this up like uh is there a 30th in August? I'll put it up on the 30th. There's another kind of back video coming up on 29th. Thanks for listening to this and all that, and babes, there isn't anything more beautiful than finding your purpose here, which is beyond what is so impossible. The system that tries to jacket people, see, it keeps people so insecure because you can easily take that jacket off and say, now what are you now? Yeah. And if you really were a cool player in the game, really a character, you'll say, what am I now? I can only be now. Say, I took this off, now I'm with you. I am here for you. I am a presence and I'm available. I'm not a prejudice person. Talking about many, many prejudices. I was trying to explain to you how me particularly born as an 11 in numerology and just being who I am, learning music really early, I was always different than the rest of them. But I just genuinely like being there for people and interacting and trying to bring subject matter up and like to get over the mediocre and bring it into an interesting situation, right? I'm one of those people that just, despite what the neighbors think, some people, it's only been 4 years, babes. I'm a 51-year-old woman. I've had a life, I have a beautiful love life. It's personal to me. I'm not going to sit here and try and prove anything to anybody, but I have very deep, personal, intimate relationships, and a lot of people aren't capable of having that kind of intimacy with people or themselves. Not a lot of people aren't, it's not their cup of tea. A lot of people are very selfish for that matter. They want to skip over who the fuck we people are. Forget the intimacy part. Forget healing each other and just use each other. Okay, now I'm getting back to the peoples born in the 60s or whoever went through the 60s. I don't know, man, but I love you all, but can you be careful about shitting on an entire other generation? But basically, babes, I'm going to be looking into this more. I can see I'm getting, babes, if I had enough support, see, because I'm a meditator, just 4 years distracted, that's all. You do not meditate as long as I have been and surrendered to handling things that I have and been through some gnarly shit that I have been through that I don't care to mention it here. I don't have to. But I know what empowers me through it. And that can be pretty fucking juju-ish, I guess, if you could say. Highly misunderstood, right? See, there's where you're not supposed to pass judgment on people. I mean, you don't send them to persecution because they don't know something or they were injured or they were a certain way. Can you fucking people act like that you're not servants for a conveyor system of just people pumping out potential humans, babies, and then feeding them to the system? Another one bites the dust. Is what you get when like for instance oh well, with when I'm going through the attachment thing to my property, and it's like, you know what, no, something tells me no, it's not, it's more than that. It's not that, that's a symbol. Please play the movie right and convert it, be a good alchemist, start communicating to into the reality and manifest the version through communications that's there already. See, I was trying to tell you about how it's there already. It's totally fucking there already. And see, some people talk about this juju thing. It's hard to understand. See, some people like me, I refuse to budge away from, see, even if my vibrational frequency, and it has, if it's gone down, I still keep in my mind how I know that it is for me. My comfort zone is a bit uncomfortable for some people because it involves awareness, which doesn't focus on any one thing at all. It is like periphery going around this way. It's like some people, awareness goes way beyond your eyeballs. But it helps to use those, for God's sakes. It's no good unless you have the eyes to hear and the ears to see. That was real. That was me. It's real blonde hair. What can I say? I'm having actual fun, and I'm looking around saying, You know, I think I'm going to get nasty and rude because I'm just protecting myself from people that don't have fun. It's like, good, I got rid of so many people that think I'm miserable. Yeah, let's just go over here and gamble. Bye! I don't like people that gamble, that like slot machines and stuff. I mean, it's not like I don't like them. Here I go with my fucking heavy-duty likes and dislikes, which I should just turn this off because who cares? But I do have a pretty staunch taste, I guess. You should too. And see, that's where, you know what, we're not meant for everybody. I'm not meant for every gambling fucking addict out there. I'm not meant for any addict. I'm not meant for anybody who thinks that they're going to stay sick, unconscious, stuck in a non-self-reflecting patterning. Oh, you're going to see yourself. I can't imagine. See, I've had some. See, I'm a master. I never talk about that. My life, I've made it to where it's like, no, I'm pretty sure that we're not supposed to glom onto each other so much. We give each other space. Well, babes, we're not falling off the face of the earth. I mean, we're going to have to deal with each other, right? We do. But who are you? Are you a real availability there to reality and the truth? Or are you like these dummies around here doing money that really afford? They are being paid to take down the people that really don't need that system at all. No. Yeah. I mean, it's very contradictory when you hear a person like me or anybody. They just think, oh God, let's tiptoe away from this person who talks about money in such a way as I'm about to say right now. Oh no, money is what happens to a people when they've lost their intellect. They've lost to the enemy. They've succumbed to a captivator that is robbing them of their feet from hitting the ground. They have no more access to their intellectual property. They have no more spiritual belonging. They probably lost their leaders. So they are now in an institution that is harnessing their very potential as a human being. See, what's the bitch and potential about human beings? I'm not using that I'm not talking about assholes who are non-human beings, unachieved. I'm talking about human beings who have become, they are what is called enlightened. They are love. They work unconditionally through rain or shine. They come through. They just get up and do the job. They just get up and do the job. They just get up and do the job. Would you slap that man out of that fucking coma? You women, you. You're just settling for that shit is what's happened. You don't even have a conversation. Same goes with women who are locked into that system. Good for you, but you know what? Try to have a decent relationship in case kids were involved and they're fucking watching. Have a nice day.